This video will focus on the work that registrars do at our community immunization clinics. I'm using the term community to mean any clinic that is not provided at a primary care location. We are going back to a paper immunization consent and record two-part carbonless form. I'm going to share that document with you right now. You might notice that this is not a screening tool. There are no questions that the patient has to answer. We are simply using this document as a consent and documentation tool. Customers will need to fill in the demographics section and sign and date the form. Demographics section is here. I'm circling it right now. And then they'll need to sign and date down here. After filling out the demographics section and signing and dating the form, they should bring the form to you so you can schedule and arrive their appointment in MyChart. If there are any insurance changes, or if the customer is new to Michigan Medicine, meaning you can't find them in MyChart, you will need to see their insurance card, verify that we accept the insurance based on the list of insurances located in the Payers and Plans at a Glance document. If we accept the insurance, legibly write their insurance information in the payment section located at the bottom of the form. I'm going to scroll down so you can see that. Here is where you would enter the insurance information into the form. This is only necessary if there's been an insurance change or if the patient is brand new to Michigan Medicine. If you encounter a patient who needs to pay out of pocket for their flu shot because we do not accept their form of insurance, you will fill out this bottom area, the very bottom here, where it says private pay amount for flu, COVID. If they're only getting a flu shot, then you would just cross out COVID and enter in the price for the out-of-pocket price for the flu shot. And same with COVID. If a person is only getting a COVID shot, then I would cross out flu. You could write NA in the blank here, and then write in the private pay fee for the COVID shot. And then you're going to check off how they paid. If they pay using a check, you're going to check the box for check, and you have to write in the check number. If they're using their U of M student ID card, meaning they want the shot to be charged to their student account, then you would check off that box and you would enter their U of M student ID. If they're paying by credit card, you would check off the form, if it's a MasterCard, Visa, American Express, or Discover, and then you would fill out the credit card authorization form. And if it's corporate pay, you would be accepting no charge. I would put an NA in the blank for flu and an NA in the blank for COVID, and I would check off corporate pay. So I hope that helps with how to fill out this form. The next document that I want to share with you is see if I can find it. This is the Michigan Medicine Payers and Plans at a Glance document. I'm going to email a link to this document, And I think that it would be very helpful for you to make the website a favorite in Chrome or Edge, whichever browser you like to use. And that way, if it's a favorite on your laptop, when you're working, you can just click on this link and it will take you to the this document and you can check to see if we accept the insurance that they have. So I just want to show you a little helpful hint here. If you press the Control F button at the same time, a little space comes up here, and that is to find. So if we type in here, I'm going to type in Meridian. Hopefully I spelled it right. Meridian. You can see that there are 5 references in this document that have the word meridian used in them. So it will highlight the first one, Meridian Health Plan of Michigan. We accept Meridian Care, Medicare Advantage, HMO, SNP, and then it also says Seawall Care. We also accept Meridian Health Plan of Michigan, Meridian Choice, and it has another reference that you can click on. Meridian Complete and Meridian Health, My Child. So you can see that we accept all of these. So, and you can also arrow down and it'll take you to the next one. So I'm going to click it one more time. Oh, and this information here, you don't really need to read. But I think that that's helpful because this is a large document. It's many pages. And so you can also type in, let's say, BLUE for Blue Cross, let's say. And you can find any reference. It'll highlight any reference to the word blue. And you can see that it's in there 92 times because we accept Blue Care Network, we accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, Blue Cross Complete. It's all in there. So I think that this is helpful, and I think that you should save it as a favorite in your web browser that you like to use on your laptop. So I just wanted to share that with you. Close that. Each customer needs to be provided with a vaccine information statement or emergency use authorization for each vaccine that they are requesting. This is really important this year because we are using these documents as our screening tool. Registrars will need to inform the customer that they need to read the vaccine information statement and or emergency use authorization for each vaccine and tell the nurse if they have any contraindications or precautions that are listed under item number 3 on the document. Do not allow customers to decline the emergency use authorization or vaccine information statement since it serves as our screening tool. They really need to read it. After you have scheduled and arrived the patient in MyChart, you're going to return the immunization consent and record form along with the applicable vaccine information statements or EUAs to the customer and tell them to take it to the nurse. The nurse will complete the documentation section on the paper form, and the nurse will complete documentation in MyChart. Next, the nurse will give the yellow copy of the immunization consent and record form to the customer. The white copy of the immunization consent and record form will need to be collected by you so the receipt form can be completed. I'm going to share the receipt form with you now. Here it is. Because we are no longer using a roster document, completing the receipt form may be a more tedious task, but this document is very helpful to us. So we want you to fill it out. We want you to complete it. I'm sure you will figure out your own system for totaling each category. My suggestion is that you separate the forms by flu only, COVID only, and both, forming 3 stacks. And then drilling down each stack further to determine how many were paid by insurance, how many were paid by U of M student account, how many were corp pay, credit card, check. And that will help you fill in this form, because the number of forms that you have will not match the total number of shots given, because some forms are going to be used for 2 shots. I hope this is making sense. Once you try to do it, it will make sense. The forms the white immunization consent and record form, the stack of those does not need to be alphabetized. I know many of you who have worked for the program for quite some time now will recall us using the paper forms in the past, and we requested that you alphabetize them when you turn them into the office. That's not necessary. So don't worry about that. Okay, now that we've discussed this, I'm going to close it. And I wanted to give you a few just reminders. Please be sure to complete all of your Cornerstone modules, specifically the module that's named My Chart Flu Immunization Program for clerical staff, and complete the associated assessment or test. This will provide you, I think, with a really good refresher on how to schedule and arrive patients in My Chart. These courses will be assigned to you in your learning plan in Cornerstone, so you don't have to search for them. It'll be assigned to you probably sometime in July, and you'll have 60 days to complete it. Currently, I do not have the pricing information for the flu shot or the COVID shot. So if a customer is paying out of pocket. I will get you that information as soon as it becomes available. Also, I will be sharing copies of the forms that we discussed using Google Drive. So you're going to get an email from Google Drive, and it will say, Tracy Newhouse shared a folder with you. Click on this to sign in to Google Drive to see it, to see what she shared. Be sure that you respond to that email and do what it tells you to do, because if you don't do that, then you won't be able to have copies of any of the documents that we've discussed today. We have not changed anything with regard to registrars picking up vaccine and supplies from KMS. Your schedule will tell you if you're assigned to pick up supplies. If you are picking up, be sure to give yourself enough time to either get to the clinic or get to the carpool after retrieving the supplies and vaccine. Also, your timesheet there's been no changes, you'll still log into Wolverine Access and complete your timesheet the way that you have in the past. I hope that you find this video helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Thank you.